about halfway through the marathon. A little bit more, actually. Just one more day. But keep on with us. We got a lot of interesting stuff. Like this. This is Mamono Hunter Yōko, Dai 7 no Keishō. I am sorry that I mispronounced that. With, how do I pronounce your name?
btrim.
btrim.
Yeah.
Good. Is it rhyme?
No. No.
I will absolutely slaughter names if no one corrects me immediately. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Good to hear.
I've got this wonderful game for everyone to witness. And hopefully I play it well. We'll see.
You can take it away whenever you'd like. Count down, introduce it, whatever you'd like to do.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Mamono Hunter Yōko. It is your good old standard Japanese-only anime game release, but it's actually really good. You have a sword, and you can charge up a shield thing that you can throw at enemies to hit them. And you have no iframes to speak of, so that's nice. Poses some challenges, but we work around it. I was introduced to this game by the Mother Brain from putting it into Mega 16 number 2, and since kind of got into the game, and once you get comfortable with it, it's a lot of fun. And the speedrun's not too bad, not too long, really hits the sweet spot. Coming up on the first boss, but first we have the first major roadblock for any new player. This section here, you can see the wind effect, and if you're not careful and you're not very attentive, you can easily get blown off and die. And even though you have a generous amount of continues and a generous amount of lives, it's very easy to have that happen the first, I don't know, dozen times you try to play this game. And when you kill a boss, it's best to fall off the screen so that it will end quicker. If you don't, then there's a time countdown bonus. I'm getting some nasty luck on those. Alright, we're past that part. It was a breeze. Yeah, exactly. I like that. I don't hate on puns, so, you know, pun away. Coming up on a really nasty jump. I'm not gonna call it frame perfect or pixel perfect, or it doesn't matter what it is. It's hard to do. And I'm gonna do it until I get it, so we might be here for a few seconds. But you're meant to go to the left here and around, and instead, I'm gonna jump to the right. And you can just barely make it. And sometimes I'll get it first try, sometimes I'll get it third try, sometimes I'll get it 15th try. This is the main run killer early on. And I had a little setup, but it didn't want to work. Okay. There it is. Alright, now we can move on. Ideally, that saves, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. That probably wasted about 5 or 10. But I don't really care. Had to show you the jump. The task doesn't even do that. I don't know who found it. It was either TMB or, I forget who else ran this. Ratfunk, maybe? That's an example of the iframes, lack thereof. But these little red orbs are health pickups and checkpoints all in one, so you can kind of strategize about when to do intentional deaths. I'm gonna be a little quiet now because I gotta pay attention to this. If I get too greedy, I get stuck in one of these lava exhaust jets, whatever. Alright, coming up on the second boss now. This is another one we can fall off the stage at the end. Ideally, we would die on the last frame that we hit them. But that's a little scary, especially for a run like this. Alright. This could go really well, or really poorly. Because all these enemies are jumping up. And they usually follow a pattern, but if I screw that up, then I don't know what's gonna happen. So far, not so bad. The best way to kill these enemies is by using your sword. And you can see when I throw out the thing and the sword is down, that sword can still hit enemies. There we go. Little lag there. Just had to work through it. Oh, that guy almost got me. The wasps. Yeah. It's really easy to see this. Alright. It's really easy to die in this game. But thankfully, I died at a checkpoint, so... Whew. And you'll be seeing me die another 2 or 3 times, at least. Although, I've done quite well on this stage so far. Oh boy. Oh, the lag. And this guy wants to hang out, so guess what? We're just gonna take that death. That's the risk you run for doing that. That guy usually doesn't jump down there, so it's not usually a problem. But since I was so eager to skip him, it ended up that way. Let's see if I can get this. Uh-oh. Alright. This boss is not hard, and I should not have died there. Just saying. That's virtually inexcusable, but... There we go. See, this one, we're gonna have to watch a countdown. And you can see how much time it takes to sit here on the scene clear screen. And then this white screen. Alright. This scene, we gotta manage our lag. And the way I do that is by attacking diagonally and leaving my sword out. Yeah, those snakes do a lot of damage. That's okay. The very interesting part about this game is that when you kill enemies, the vast majority of the enemies at least, they do not respawn between deaths, game overs, etc. Oh. I failed my lag management. So we have a good example of lag. Ah, now we're back to normal. It's pretty normal to die in this stage. Quite a bit. Ideally, you wouldn't die, and you can choose to save some time by dying in places as like a judgment call. Maybe there's too many bats. Maybe you'd save time versus taking it more carefully through here, which you can do, like I'm doing now. But you don't want to waste too much time doing it, so there's a lot of bats in this level. And you don't want to fall down. We'll go and get this health. Oh, the health didn't spawn. Okay. Now? There it is. I've had these moving platforms not spawn too. That's always a nightmare. That's an awkward jump, but I made it. Alright. Into the home stretch for this scene. Just a few more trees to climb. Get that health for safety. Sometimes this boss gets out of control. Or the boss fight, rather. Or those bats stay alive for a lot longer than they should, like there. This is... If you don't see someone kill the boss this way, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know how to do it. And there's probably some other intended way, but I don't know. And yeah, there's a lot of that mashing. This is the longest countdown. Now we're on to the final scene. This is my second favorite track in the game. My favorite is the volcano level. But this has some good beats. Sometimes that gray enemy just sits there and won't wake up. All of these slopes are punishing if you get something wrong. I'll say that. Punishing. But they do make you go faster. So they can't be that bad. Yep. There you go. There you go, Yōko. Alright. I looked for some kind of route shortcut here, but I haven't found one. I would love if someone saw this game and said, "Oh yeah, I want to play that game," and they have the means and the time to check out a map of this stage, maybe to see where triggers are, to try to skip half of this stuff. That would be great. This section coming up, I have to kill all 4 colored gems in these demonic symbols. I guess I don't know, stopping a spell or something? But once I do that, this thing activates. Fun story. I was practicing this afternoon, and I had a really good start. And then I ended up losing some time in stage 4, lost some time in stage 5, and I finished roughly 1 second faster than my previous PB. So, the extreme poverty PB in a game that has 2 minutes to save. That's a little frustrating. We got a few more of these demonic symbol things, and they're in a weird pattern. Okay, I made it. It's all that matters. Coming up on the final boss, which is just the worst, most random final boss I've seen in a while. Like, I don't know, maybe worse than Wily Capsule? And there's those slopes causing me problems again. I think audio desynced, and I apologize. I don't know why it did that. In a slightly different setup for this Blast the Process stuff. Alright, this is looking okay so far. So I have to kill all these clones. And I only have so much reach. And they're effectively random. Oh, I died. That would have been a really good run. Yeah. But that's okay. I expected something like that to happen. I was probably only a few hits away on her as well. Alright. I've got much more health than I started with last time. Alright, that might have got that one. Time is hopefully coming up. Alright. Time. Looks like about a 20, maybe less than a 20.
It was in 1956.
Oh. That could have been much, much worse. I'm pretty happy with that.
GG, very good job.
If it weren't for that last boss kill.
What's your PB again?
1830.
So, yeah, within a minute of your PB is a very good run.
Yeah, that game is... It's a game.
Well, thank you for sharing that game with us.
Yeah.
It was very good. And again, excellent run. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Any shoutouts?
Just shoutouts to the Mother Brain and JKL. And Rat Funk, who did one of the earliest runs of this as well. So, always gotta love Rat Funk, so... But yeah, thank you for having me, and I'll be back tomorrow with Alf.
Stay tuned for that. You do not want to miss Alf.
I may not be able to finish it, but I will try my best.
What matters is that we experience it.
Yes, that is true.
So stay tuned, everyone. Next up is Pugsy with Drex. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.